The tuba is the foundation of the orchestra. It's the weight, the pulse, and played right, the soul. But to play at this level, it takes more than just air and fingers. It takes a knack. If someone tried to play the harmonium without theory or science behind notes, would it still be music or just empty sound?
It's very delicate. Every key has its own sound. Every key has its own frequency. However, all the keys have unique frequency that makes a different sound. As far as speaking of Indian classical music, it's based on the sargam, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, or do re mi fa sol la ti do. Each note has its own frequency. When they're played in certain order with a strict rule, it composes a rag, which is an Indian classical music composition. Rag is a combination of certain keys when they play in ascending or descending orders. In certain order, he creates a specific rag. He creates the music. And some of the examples I would like to show you is one of the rag that we normally play, Rag Bhopali.
In Punjabi musical tradition, is the study of theory extra for a grade? Or is it a mandatory part of being a respected musician?
It depends. It is only mandatory if you are going to be a professional musician. Then you would require professional training to be a musician. If you like to sing without knowing the theory, you can still sing. However, it is important for professional musician to learn and earn a degree.
I play the tuba and you play the harmonium. Even with different musical cultures, do we both rely on the same invisible math to make our music work?
Yes, we both rely on the same invisible mathematics of the music. In mathematical music, we have own notes. Each music has the same notes. We all need to kind of listen to it and play it by ear, that try to match the frequency, and that would sound the same.
Okay, coming up next from Fresno, California, playing
The critics who say we don't have time in the schedule for theory, are we actually losing time in rehearsal because students don't understand the logic of the music they are playing?
I think to be able to play their instrument at a proficient level, they don't necessarily have to know a large amount of music theory, because what music theory doesn't teach you is how to play with a good tone. What music theory doesn't teach you is how to articulate properly on your instrument. What music theory doesn't teach you is how to expand your dynamic range and play effectively in a louder range to a softer range. What music theory doesn't teach you is how to play in an ensemble and get clarity, and how to understand how you balance between the primary, secondary voice and the accompaniment and the harmony. What music theory can help with is once students understand a basic level of how to play their instrument, it can enhance that. But I don't think it's necessary to meet the needs of what we're trying to do in the high school band program.
Alti Henry, you taught a system, not just songs. If a student misses that science in middle school, is it too late for them to be elite in high school?
Our top two goals were, first, build real relationships with students so they become lifelong music lovers with high but still realistic expectations for themselves. And second, instill solid playing fundamentals like characteristic tone, articulation, and like a physical setup that won't limit them later, like their embouchure, hand position, body position. Theory was sprinkled in only as far as it served those two goals. Not having like a deep, immersive theory experience in middle school absolutely does not prevent a student from achieving anything they wanted to down the road.
Alt T. Henry has that massive Texas sound. As a trombone player, is that just soul, or is it the science of physics and tuning puzzles? Can a kid feel the way to a trophy, or is it just logic?
The tone concept is built in year one through modeling, correct repetition, and listening. So students develop a sound in their head to aim for. We make sure they're physically set up to produce that sound from day one. And in the ensemble, we layer balance, blend, intonation. The harmonic series and tuning tendencies, that's sectional or small group work that deepens understanding later. But here's the thing, the trophy is never anything like that is never the focus. The trophy recognizes the entire process that led to it. If you care enough about the details, the little things every day, and stick to the plan, the bigger goals tend to take care of themselves.
You and Ms. Veloso both hit the Midwest stage in 2016. But looking at the DNA of a band, is there a difference you can actually feel when a program has a dedicated science lab versus one that just integrates it?
Getting a middle school band to Midwest takes everything I've described previously, plus an incredibly supportive community of parents and families, and honestly, a lot of luck. We had, at Henry, we had no dedicated music theory block at all. We integrated it as needed. Theory definitely matters. It matters a lot, but in Leander ISD, the district that Henry is a part of, we found the integrated approach is what works for the vast majority of students, both at the middle and high school level. Kids who want AP Music Theory can definitely take that at the high school level, but plenty of even Texas All-State musicians never do. What's consistent across the district's programs is a core belief that band is a place for all kids at all levels, and we want every student to have a path in.